So I was interrupted by Sahab BS. Again, this is Matthew 6:19 through 34. This is the do not worry section, or the treasures in heaven section. Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothes? Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap, or store away in barns, and yet the heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? Can any of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? You should be focused on doing God's work and not worrying where it takes you. And be proud of you. Be proud of yourself when you do the right thing and you find yourself in a bad situation. How did you get there? Okay, do you deserve for this to happen to you? And know that God is just and righteous, and that the top martial artist ever has said so. And that is the driving force. It wasn't the gym. People didn't train me. Okay, I hardly took martial arts before I started training myself. They basically taught me how to tie my shoes or something. Something about it was God that triumphed me over my enemies in generational righteousness. God has revealed Himself as righteous. Miracle. My Ra Sel. Ra meaning God in Egyptian, and of course, there's pagans who define Ra as Re, and so on and so forth. But see Genesis 41:45, you'll see why they're wrong. Psalm 19, and Malachi, Son and righteousness, so on and so forth. All right, it's not the same as worshiping the sun. It's the symbol of God. So anyway, one of the best descriptions of Ra I heard was the marshaling force of the sun, the marshaling source, the source of the sun, the marshaling force, the spiritual force that put it out there to marshal the planets, and so on and so forth. So, where was I? Why do you worry about clothes? See how the flowers of the field grow? They do not labor or spin. Yet I tell you that not even Solomon in all his splendor was dressed like one of these. If that is how God clothes the grass of the field, which is here today and tomorrow, which is here today and tomorrow is thrown into the fire, will He not much more clothe you, you of little faith? Do not worry, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or what shall we wear? For the pagans run after all these things, and your heavenly Father knows that you need them. Of course, you see the Western elegance, you see the propaganda garbage, the Cinderella bullshit. Okay, he's saying that even Solomon, trying to be, going beyond any Western pharaoh, any Western king, any Western noble, what Bill Gates, the Rothschild Manors, and so on and so forth, Buckingham Palace, he went far beyond this. And even he wasn't like the flowers in the field. The righteousness that made me more handsome than anybody that ever lived in my prime, okay, and if you really look carefully, you see it's still there to some degree, okay, is what God clothes you with people. When you walk in the way of righteousness along the path of justice, God takes care of you and makes you far greater than these worldly, elegant, clinging, kind of facade-having, two-faced snakes. All right, but seek ye first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Seek ye first. The first thing. Those people who do not obey God through me did not do they don't know the first thing about God or being a Christian. They don't truly know it to the point where they do it. Okay? Proverbs 16:12. The kings detest wrongdoing, for a throne is established through righteousness. Okay? Of course, they're going to speak on it. They're kings. They're not fucking sheeple. They're not cowards. Proverbs 28:1. The righteous are as bold as a lion. Lion-hearted, king-hearted, falcon-hearted, if you will, leopard-hearted. Okay, in terms of these animals being righteous martial art animals, not some kind of pagan Dionysus, An-Hur, roaring lion of Babylon garbage. You should know these things already. You should know how I mean them already just by looking at me. What you're looking at is the persecuted righteous hero. And when I see myself in the mirror, at least right now, I know definitively that I see unmistakable righteousness in the midst of a world of evil, and humility, humbling oneself to God and accepting the consequences. You think I don't know that when I say these things, it's going to piss off a lot of people? I do. I'm throwing away whatever material future I have on this world to do what is right. Okay? That's what it means to be humble. Not humbling yourself to your oppressor and letting him abuse you.